Hi, it's Seta here. Many of you like the new form of speed design with my commentary, so this time I prepared another video of this type, but using only free assets. As usual, next Monday there will be a slow design of this scene where you will be able to see how it was created at normal pace. And now, let's get started. To create this scene, I need a lot of different free models, but common issue with free asset is that very few of them support HDRP out of the box. Luckily, most of them use standard materials, which means that you can easily convert them for HDRP using material converter. Sometimes you need to adjust in material the metallic, smoothness and ambient occlusion settings, but thanks to this we can use those models also in HDRP. The building models I used was ready in one offset pack. Even though it was in normal scale, I had to enlarge it a bit. I do the same with other models to match their scale to rooms, but making the house bigger gives me more space and improve perspective from player's point of view. This technique is quite popular, but I will tell you more about it soon in tutorial about creating interiors. So, if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, I recommend doing it so you don't miss that video. The house model have a single mesh, so this prevented me from changing the material on the wall and floor, so I decided it would be easier to use a box model and different materials to cover up unwanted texture. My main assumption was to create a scene with a small house in apple garden, where the old couple lives. However, the interior is frozen in time as the owners suddenly disappeared from some reason. And that's why I named this scene and then silence. So, when placing object, I wanted them to tell a story and make a space feel like an ordinary day. So I place wedding and friends photo, tea on table, dirt dishes in the sink, a burning fireplace, fresh apples and record player playing music. All this is intended to create a story of the place that is not visible at the first glance. I also want to include something a bit unusual in the scene, so I add a strange machine in the bathroom. Nearby, I placed some apples and bottles, suggesting that it's a homemade cider machine. Sometimes adding an element that feels a bit out of place at first look can actually enrich the scene. Even though the machine is a bit odd, it still fits the overall concept of apple garden house, where the owners might have made their own cider. When setting lighting, I want the scene, especially the main room, to have a melancholic feel with a bit of mystery. So I went for strong contrast, on one side bright sunlight, on the other deep shadows. This contrast adds an emotional weight and visual depth to the space. When I set the post-processing, I didn't want the scene to be too yellow-orange, but rather try to achieve a color scheme that would help to build a cozy, nostalgic and slightly sentimental atmosphere. At the end, I pre-bake scene, then make exposure correction and rebake it. And here is what the final effects looks like. Enjoy!